We've been taught a lie, a comfortable, convenient lie that sells books and fills seminar halls. The lie says that if you just want something badly enough, if you visualize it, if you write it down on a piece of paper and put it under your pillow, the universe will deliver it to your doorstep. But look around you. How many people desperately want to be rich? Millions. How many actually are? A fraction of a fraction. Did the universe just forget about the rest? Did their order get lost in cosmic shipping? No. The problem isn't the wanting. The problem is the signal. Here's the truth that no one tells you because it's not marketable. You are not a creator who conjures things out of thin air. You are an antenna, a biological receiver. And your life, your circumstances, your bank account, the people around you, they are nothing more than the station you are currently tuned into. Think about this room you're sitting in right now. It looks empty, doesn't it? Just air. But it's not empty. Passing through your skull at this very moment are radio waves, television broadcasts, Wi-Fi signals, satellite data. Thousands of songs. Thousands of voices. They're all here. They're all happening simultaneously. But you don't hear them. You hear nothing except maybe the hum of your computer or your own breathing. Why? Because you haven't tuned in. Your device is off, or it's set to the wrong frequency. The signals exist. They have always existed. The music is playing somewhere. You just have to find the right position on the dial. Your mind works exactly the same way. Every possible version of your life already exists as a probability, as a wave of potential. The version where you're broke. The version where you're wealthy. The version where you're healthy. The version where you're sick. The version where you're alone. The version where you're surrounded by people who respect you. They're all here, right now, in this moment. The question is never whether the thing you want exists or not. The question is where your hands are on the dial. And this is where it gets uncomfortable. Most people think they're tuned to the frequency of success because they repeat affirmations in the mirror. I am wealthy. I am confident. I am a winner. But words are cheap. The conscious mind can lie. The conscious mind can say one thing while the subconscious screams something else entirely. And the universe, or the system, or whatever you want to call the mechanism behind reality, does not listen to your words. It listens to your frequency. It listens to the signal beneath the signal. And that signal is determined not by what you say you want, but by what you truly believe you are. Let me give you an example. Two men go to work every day. Both say they want to be financially free. The first man works hard, but every time he gets a paycheck, a sense of relief washes over him. Finally, I can pay the bills. Finally, I can survive another month. His focus, his emotional energy, his entire orientation is toward survival. When he gets extra money, he immediately finds something to spend it on. A car repair pops up. A medical bill arrives. A tax notice appears out of nowhere. The money comes in and the money goes out. And he tells himself, I just can't catch a break. The world is against me. But the world isn't against him. The world is obeying him perfectly. His signal is lack. His signal is struggle. His signal is I am a man who is always one step behind. And reality, being the perfect mirror that it is, reflects that signal back to him with mathematical precision. He doesn't have money problems because he's unlucky. He has money problems because money problems are the station he's tuned to. It's familiar. It's what his father experienced. It's what his friends experience. It feels normal. And the brain, above all else, craves the familiar. The brain will choose a familiar hell over an unfamiliar heaven every single time. Now take the second man. He doesn't have more money than the first man. He doesn't have more education. He doesn't have more connections. But something is different. When money comes to him, he doesn't cling to it with sweaty fingers. He doesn't spend it immediately to relieve the pressure of survival. He holds it. He invests it. He lets it sit. And when opportunities appear, he sees them. Not because he's smarter, but because his antenna is tuned differently. He isn't scanning the environment for threats. He's scanning the environment for openings. Same world, same physics, same rules, but a completely different reality. This is not philosophy. This is biology. Your brain has a structure called the reticular activating system. It's a bundle of nerves at your brainstem that acts as a gatekeeper. Every second, your senses are bombarded with millions of bits of information. The color of the walls, the sound of the wind, the feeling of your clothes on your skin. If your conscious mind had to process all of this, you would go insane. So the RAS filters it. It deletes almost everything and lets through only what it deems important. And how does it decide what's important? Simple. It looks at what you focus on. It looks at what you fear. It looks at what you obsess over. If you constantly worry about being disrespected, your RAS will highlight every micro-expression, every tone of voice, every glance that could possibly be interpreted as disrespect. You will live in a world full of enemies. If you constantly worry about not having enough, your RAS will show you lack everywhere you look. You will walk past opportunities because your brain literally edits them out of your perception. They are not part of your channel. But if you train yourself, truly train yourself, not just superficially, to focus on strength, to focus on agency, to focus on what you can control, your RAS starts working for you instead of against you. It starts showing you the door that was always there. The door you walked past 100 times, but never saw because you were tuned to the frequency of the victim. Now, someone listening to this will say, okay, so I just have to think positive thoughts. I just have to pretend everything is great, and then it will be. No, that's not what I'm telling you. That's the lie we started with. Positive thinking without substance is just another form of noise. The system can tell when you're faking it. How? Because your body betrays you. Your posture betrays you. Your decisions betrays you. You can say I am abundant all day long, but if you're checking your bank account with sweaty palms 3 times a day, your signal is still fear. Your hands are still trembling on the dial. You're still listening to static. So what's the answer? How do you actually change the frequency? The answer is uncomfortable. The answer is a kind of death. You have to become completely willing to lose everything. You have to sit down, alone, in silence, and imagine the worst. Imagine you already lost it all. The money is gone. The reputation is destroyed. The people left. The dream failed. Look at that void. Don't run from it. Don't distract yourself. Don't immediately reach for your phone. Sit in that void. Sit with that terror. And then realize something. You're still here. You're still breathing. Your heart is still beating. The void didn't kill you. The worst-case scenario didn't kill you. And if it didn't kill you, then what exactly were you afraid of? What were you gripping so tightly? What were you protecting? In that moment, something shifts. The grip loosens. The trembling stops. For the first time, your hand on the dial is steady. You are no longer trying to escape the noise. You are no longer frantically searching for a signal to save you. You are just still. And stillness is the frequency of power. When a man stops needing something from the world starts offering itself to him. This is not magic. This is cause and effect. When you don't need the money, you make better decisions with it. You don't jump at the first offer. You don't tolerate disrespect because you're afraid of losing the deal. You walk away. And walking away is the ultimate power move. The man who can walk away always gets the best terms. When you don't need the approval, you speak your mind. You become magnetic. People feel your independence, and they respect it without knowing why. When you don't need the outcome, you perform better. The athlete who doesn't need to win is loose, fluid, creative. The athlete who needs to win is tight, mechanical, afraid. Same skill, different frequency, different result. So here's the first law laid bare. Your life is not a creation. It is a selection. You are not painting a picture on a blank canvas. You are walking through an infinite gallery of paintings that already exist, and you choose which room to enter based on what you tune into. If you are broke right now, it is not because there is no money in your field. It is because you are tuned to the wave of brokenness. It is your comfort zone. It is the song you know the lyrics to. And you will stay there until you become so disgusted, so bored, so utterly done with the static that you finally decide to turn the damn dial. When that happens, when you truly change the station, the music starts immediately. Not in a month. Not in a year. Now, the opportunities were always there. The people were always there. The ideas were always there. You just couldn't see them because you were looking through the lens of the old frequency. So stop begging the universe for scraps. Stop negotiating with reality. Stop repeating affirmations that your own body doesn't believe. Go into the silence. Face the void. Accept the death of your old self. And then, from that stillness, from that power, make your choice. Tune in and watch how fast everything changes.